Four-man pressure, Watson in the pocket. Here comes pressure and slips away from Bradley Chubb, but he cannot get away from Derek Wolfe.
In the 2012 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select
2012, spring of 2012, a very special time for the Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning had just joined the team. The Broncos were heading into that draft looking for some defensive help. In the first round, they didn't select anybody because they didn't have a first-round pick, traded out of the first round, but they got first-round talent in Derek Wolfe.
Yeah, Derek Wolfe heading into his 8th season in the NFL, all with the Denver Broncos, and he's been a starter for most of his career. I think that anytime you keep a guy for 8 years, it's a sign of success.
A lot of these picks that went around Derek in that second round, Doug Martin, Janoris Jenkins, Mitchell Schwartz, the Broncos really, I mean, when you think about it, really got good value, but this could have been a very different team had they selected somebody else.
Yeah, hindsight is 20/20, and thinking about just getting Peyton Manning, maybe if they would have given him an offensive weapon, who knows what would have happened, but I think that things worked out with Derek Wolfe because he played such an instrumental role in the Broncos defense that helped win Super Bowl 50.
Newton in the pocket, pressured and hit, and down he goes!
You mentioned it, Super Bowl 50. Trevathan was in this draft, Malik Jackson, Derek Wolfe. This could end up being, in hindsight, one of the best drafts that John Elway has as a general manager.
And you have to have drafts like that to have Super Bowl success because you need guys who are playing key roles still on their rookie contract. I mean, you look around the NFL now, a lot of quarterbacks that are winning Super Bowls are still on that rookie deal. That allows you to go get talent elsewhere. That's what the Broncos did.
When we look back at the actual pick in New York City, it wasn't actually Roger Goodell making the pick, but rather Bronco legend and future Hall of Famer Terrell Davis.
the Denver Broncos select Derek Wolfe, D-tackle, Cincinnati.
Well,
as we can hear, Chris Berman a little iffy on the pick, and Bronco country they booed in New York City. I mean, what's up with that?
They always boo in New York City, so you can't really take that into account.
Fair enough. Now, when you think about the reaction from the fans, though, I mean, is this one of those things where they were probably happier about the pick? A couple years down the road, he played 16 games as a rookie.
Yeah, well, it's not very exciting when the Broncos trade back. They take a lineman. Nobody ever gets really excited about something like that. But they say if you win up front, you end up winning the game. You hear Von Miller say he's Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki. They play off of each other. They play these inside stunt games to get sacks. And Derek Wolfe is a key reason why Von Miller's had a lot of success that he's had.
And that was Derek Wolfe.
The Broncos fan base might not have been very familiar with Derek Wolfe, but I guarantee you, when John Elway saw Derek Wolfe's name pop up, he knew exactly where he was going to go with this draft pick, as we saw with the call.
Derek, John Elway, how you doing? Doing great. Congratulations.
How you doing?
We're thrilled to have you, and know you're going to do great things for the Denver Broncos, and the guy that we had targeted the whole time. So we feel great that you're going to be a Denver Bronco. Have you ever been to Denver before? No? Okay. Well, it's a good place. You're going to love it.
This is a common refrain that we've heard from Bronco draft picks in the past. They had no idea they were on John Elway's radar until they hear his voice on the other line.
Yeah, and maybe trading back, he didn't know the Broncos were interested in doing that. Therefore, he thought maybe that he wasn't going to be a possibility in Denver. But yeah, John Elway likes to play things close to the vest. Did that with Bradley Chubb last year. And, Derek Wolfe's really made this home. He fits in well in Denver. His personality fits here. Drives a big, huge truck in the parking lot. And, I think that it's worked out for both sides, the Broncos and Derek Wolfe.
That very first day that Wolfe was inside the facility, somebody asked, "What motivates you?" And Wolfe replied,
Where I came from, the places I came from, and when you come from nothing, it makes you fight and it puts a chip on your shoulder. And, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, the best story I remember from that draft day was him talking about how he looked down and just had $7 to his name, before he was thinking about coming out a year early, and Butch Jones at Cincinnati at that time convinced him, no, stay in school one more year, you're going to really make a lot of money next year, and don't worry about it, the money's going to be there. And I think, and he even said it was one of the best decisions that he made. Probably a guy who's grown a lot more personally and professionally than any other player that I've seen with the Broncos in the last 10 years.
Yeah, 8 years is a long time. I mean, you're looking at this video, look how young he looks. He's got the buzz cut. I'm not sure if his hair has improved as much. He's rocking those dreads now. But yeah, transformation off the field. I mean, he's married, he's got a kid on the way, he's a completely different person, but he still does have that chip on his shoulder.
He didn't mean it about the hair, Derek. Phil's words, not mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Phil's words.
I got poke a little fun.
So, all right, let's put a bow on this one. Big picture. Where does this rank as far as a draft pick for the Broncos in franchise history?
I think pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to say the top pick in franchise history, anything like that, but hey, when you've played 8 years in the same city, that's a win, and he helped lead this team to a Super Bowl win. So I think all of those things, put that all together, I think that it's a success story.
For sure. All right, next up on our draft flashback list, an offensive player a couple of years down the road. We'll be back.